Am Yisrael and no fear Mashiach will be in its ear. Am Yisrael and no fear Mashiach will be.
According to the report, a Lubavitcher yeshiva school bus, full of young children, had been pelted with stones as it was making its rounds dropping off children. One of the stones had crashed through a window where one of the children was sleeping and landed in the aisle between the seats. A second stone broke a window and barely missed two other children. Two mothers witnessed the incident and gave descriptions of a group of black youths between the ages of 10 and 12.
So were you scared? Were you scared?
I was worried for the kids. I was worried for the kids more than for me.
What, all of a sudden you heard like a big noise? How was it?
Big noise in two windows. Look.
So where's the back?
In the middle, on the side.
And the kids started to shout or what? No, they were quiet?
They were sleeping. The 3-year-old, they're sleeping on the bus.
Was going back from school. Crazy, huh?
Crown Heights is a mixed neighborhood of Jews and blacks. In 1991, there was a lot of tension between the two communities, leading to the Crown Heights riots, which went on for 3 days and resulted in many casualties. This is Binyamin Lifshitz, the local reporter in Crown Heights.
Maybe put your arms like,
Folded?
yeah?
I'm not a poster boy.
He was the first to report the
Not
incident.
a big, strong guy. See, where the rocks went into the bus over there.
Just, wait, can you go back to that? And, I mean, most of the crime incidents in Crown Heights are targeted at Jews.
It's always been known throughout the course of history, Jews are soft targets. We've been the victims of so many major incidents, genocides and catastrophes and Holocausts and everything. It's just the way we are. We've always been victimized. When a black guy sees two people walking down the street, a black person and a Jewish person, his choice to attack someone will not be a black person. Because a black person, you never know. What is that guy? Does he carry a knife? Does he carry a gun? A Jew is a soft target. It's always been known like that, which is why we always encourage to walk in pairs, which is why we don't walk so much outside, like at night, so to speak, alone.
I thought I should speak with some of the blacks in the neighborhood to see what they feel about anti-Semitism.
I mean, like, there we interviewed this guy, and he told us it was gonna be like a Jewish guy and a black guy walking in the street, and somebody wants to rob, they would go for the Jewish guy because he's an easier target.
Actually, no, he's wrong. They would actually go for the black guy because you go for a Jewish guy, you get more time.
You get more time.
Like the lawyers, the judges will actually give us more time if we rob someone of another race.
They're going to classify it as a hate crime.
That's why most blacks rob each other, because you get less time.
So it's like a practical thing, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of wisdom behind it.
And honestly speaking, like, if you wanted to rob a Jewish person, like, why would you rob a Jewish person? Like, you don't never see them with nothing that would make you want to rob them. Like,
yeah, especially them up there. They basic, simple. They don't have nothing. And most people
like, how could you target out a Jew person, like, when all of them dress the same? Like, everybody dressed the same. They all look the same. So,
and I lived around here 35 years. I have never seen a Jewish person get robbed in this neighborhood.
Never.
But there are kind of incidents between blacks and Jews, right? There are some issues.
Well, it ain't really issues. It's like favoritism. They get treated better.
Yeah,
like, the police will treat them better.
Yes, they do.
If I'm arguing with a Jew, the cops gonna come to me. They're not gonna bother them. They're gonna think I'm the aggressor. They're not gonna think they're the aggressor, because they already have like a perception that Jews are more holier than black people.
Let me tell you something, another thing, they're supposed to be the chosen ones, but they be in a welfare office and a Section 8 office. They the first one to get any kind of bargain deal on anything. They're the first ones to get any kind of discount, or they know the system very well, okay? A lot of times they have all this money coming in the household, but somehow they always figure out a way to manage getting Section 8 or public assistance. Whatever services is available, trust me, the Jewish people are the first ones to find out about it. They're the first ones to utilize it.
Actually, they're part of the mind control system that they use through television and the media.
the higher ups.
That right there is in a book called The Elders of the Protocols of Zion. That was in like 1898. They was talking about how the Jews will use TV and media and propaganda to control the world and take over the world. So little things like that just, oh man. Who wrote that book? It was a Russian who wrote that book too. Whoever's watching this, Elders of the Protocol of Zion, read it. It gives you an idea, the blueprint to take over the world. It is.
They're implementing it right now.
It's actually, when you read it, they say it's false. But when you read it, you see everything coming to light.
The Protocols of the Elders of Zion describes how a group of old Jews sit around the table plotting conspiracies to take over the world.
But that's considered to be like a really anti-Semitic book, you know.
It is anti-Semitic to a certain... It's really not anti-Semitic.
It's not anti-Semitic.
This is like people keep saying things and they really don't know what they're talking about.
If somebody's telling the truth, if somebody's telling the truth about something, why does it have to be anti-Semitic? Because it's not in the Jewish people's favor. It's not anti-Semitic. It's just somebody being honest.
Facts is what it is. Bottom line.
No, but just to put things straight, like this book, the books of the elderly of Zion.
That was actually, they said it was written by a Jew actually. So it's really not anti-Semitic.
But this book was like kind of a fraud, you know?
Yeah, they say it's a fraud.
There wasn't such a thing, you know, it's like a bunch of people sitting together running the world, you know? This is kind of bullshit,
but
you
you
know?
said that's bullshit?
That is not true.
No,
this is like a false book.
That's not bullshit. As far as like a bunch of people sitting together running the world. The United Nations is a bunch of people sitting together running the world. So how could you say that's bullshit?
No, it's different, you know, because...
All right, so...
Exactly, there's no difference.
You said some like pretty hard stuff about like, you know, Jewish people and stuff like that.
See, no.
Hold on, you gotta listen to what
let me finish. I mean, like, so maybe when they like see you guys on the streets and they feel like afraid or they feel tension, there is something, you know, like...
That goes to what I was telling you before. They don't know us. They never took time to get to know us. She was telling you that they separate themselves from us.
They don't want to know us.
So when you don't want to get to know someone, you would never...
Speaking,
you can't.
You're trying to manipulate the conversation.
No, I'm just asking.
No, because we told you we have no problem with them.
Hold on. First of all, why wouldn't we be afraid of them also? There's a misunderstanding and there's a lack of communication. How do we know that we're safe amongst them? I mean,
Talking with them made me realize that living in a mixed community can create a lot of tension that can be easily inflamed. I went to talk about the situation with Rabbi Hecht, one of the leaders of the Jewish community and Commissioner for Human Rights.
Even the attack on the school bus, not every time when somebody calls somebody with a name that you're a Jewish so-and-so or you're a black so-and-so, does that mean that I am a racist in heart or an anti-Semite in heart, or that I'm doing it only because of anti-Semitism? If 5 crimes happen, 5 blacks against 5 Jews, it has to be anti-Semitism. Why? Listen, even if the reason why I hit that Jewish kid is because I knew that he's not going to fight back, or the white woman in this neighborhood who's a Jewish woman, I stole her pocketbook because I know it's going to be easy prey. That's not called anti-Semitism. Now, again, you want to put it into some category and lock the guy up for a longer period of time because he saw a weak woman that he grabbed it. But again, I think we have gone a little too far.
Many of the anti-Semitic incidents reported by the ADL happened to Orthodox Jews, since they are the easiest to spot. So I was pretty surprised by Rabbi Hecht's response.
Let me tell you guys, I am suspicious when a guy makes a living from a particular situation. So if there's a particular film crew that make a living from blood, that's right. I'm suspicious every time they show blood. If a guy is created only because of anti-Semitism, I'm nervous about his reports. Are they accurate? He has to create a problem because he needs a job.
So you're saying like, I mean, the ADL is not like a credible organization, or?
I really can't pass judgment on other organizations, so we'll leave it that way. I'll be politically correct. But listen, clearly the ADL has been responsible in certain areas to flare up things as much as they've helped. Of course, having said that, now I'm on the ADL's blacklist now, so Mr. Foxman is not going to come to my home for dinner, but what should I tell you?
An important part of the ADL's work are the international missions, and Foxman decided to allow me to join him. Every year, a few ADL board members and contributors get to join Foxman as he travels to various countries, meeting heads of state, politicians, and other influential people who can help in the fight against anti-Semitism.